Hey, this is Trail with Crossing the Trail. Hope you're doing well. Had an interesting thought about part of it is the spiritual significance of California geography. I know it's something we all think about pretty much on a daily basis. But seriously, Father Junipero Serra, Saint Serra, when he's establishing the California missions, I don't think he had a way of knowing this. But if you look in the Los Angeles Basin area, you see Santa Monica. I was thinking of this because yesterday was the feast of Saint Monica. Today is the feast of Saint Augustine, or of Saint Augustine if you're from Florida. And, I think most of you are familiar with the story of Saint Monica, who's praying for her son while he is in riotous living and living in sin, and continuing to pray for him. And those prayers being answered as he not only returned to the church, but became bishop, saint, and doctor of the church. So, if you look on a map of LA, there, right up against the harbor, in the middle, is Santa Monica. And you're thinking about the Los Angeles area. Los Angeles has some great weather, but is noted for some very bad things. In this area, same area as San Fernando, the place where the majority of pornography in America is produced, where women are trafficked as sex slaves. You have Hollywood, where perversion and violence and the screaming for the right to kill babies is being popularized, where material is putting out to desensitize the culture to perversion and sin. You have the whole area where people are not only sex trafficked, but basically slave labor. They're trafficked and used and held hostage. There's just a ton of moral evil that goes on in the Los Angeles area. But right there, in the middle, at the edge, is Santa Monica. It's by its very name reminds us that to keep praying. There are people in these places that look beyond redemption, but we know that our Lord died for those very people who we think are beyond redemption. Keep praying for the people that are being trafficked, for the people that are being killed, for those that are slaughtering the unborn or screaming out for the right to do so. Pray for those that are producing the amoral and immoral filth that is being put out in Hollywood and San Fernando. You can pray against what they're putting out, but pray for those, because the best way to stop it is the conversion of those who are making it. Santa Monica is there to remind us, keep praying. Put them in the Lord's hands. Because you know what? In the end, God does win. Christ does reign. And the church will be triumphant. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Have a happy feast of St. Augustine if you're in Florida, or St. Augustine if you're anywhere else. And the peace of Christ reign in your hearts.